first Royal Caribbean U.S. cruise offers recovery hope for global cruise industry in 2021. While there remains a long recovery period for U.S. cruise operators, there is hope on the horizon for an industry whose prospects have continuously been labeled as bleak throughout this pandemic. CDC awards Royal Caribbean Celebrity Cruises Celebrity Edge vessel a conditional sailing certificate. Royal Caribbean, first big cruise line to have one of its ships set sail from the U.S. in over a year. This sailing offers hope for leading U.S. cruise operators to safely resume operations. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) awarding Royal Caribbean Celebrity Cruises Celebrity Edge vessel a conditional sailing certificate signals a key point for cruise tourism recovery, as it is the first big cruise liner to have one of its ships set sail from the U.S. in over a year. Short term, there are still headwinds such as having efficient safety protocols in place, but this still offers hope for leading U.S. cruise operators to safely resume operations. Americans are avid cruisers, with the latest consumer survey finding that 24% of U.S. respondents typically take a cruise holiday, higher than the global average 15%. Cruises will continue to be in high demand in the U.S., as these trips allow Americans to visit multiple places in one voyage, which makes it an effective form of traveling for this market. Part of the CDC's order for resuming cruises is for simulated voyages, where volunteer passengers can stay for at least 3 days and 2 nights, replicating a normal cruise with only 10% of normal passenger capacity, acting as a form of test. Before Royal Caribbean was given a conditional sailing certificate for highly vaccinated cruises, it planned to operate a simulator voyage. Over 250,000 volunteered to take part in the sailing process, with the company demonstrating there is clearly high demand amongst U.S. tourists. As of June 1, the CDC has provisionally approved 4 requests for test cruises to begin, with another 6 requests currently under review, demonstrating processes are underway for U.S. cruise tourism to return safely. Royal Caribbean is currently ahead of the game compared to other U.S. operators. However, vaccine skepticism may affect cruise recovery. The U.S. currently has one of the highest vaccination rates worldwide. 907.5 vaccine doses have been administered per 1,000 people as of June 2, but vaccine skepticism in the country will be a barrier for the rollout of more conditional sailing certificates. Recent poll found that 21% of North American respondents, including the U.S., declared they do not intend to take a vaccine, which could further damage cruise uptake. Some cruise operators have stated that vaccination will be necessary for passengers to travel safely going forward, while others have stated a negative test will suffice. However, to achieve a conditional sailing certificate issued by the CDC in the U.S., vaccination is a primary driver. This suggests that while there remains a long recovery period for U.S. cruise operators, there is hope on the horizon for an industry whose prospects have continuously been labeled as bleak throughout this pandemic.